to go to war or peacekeeping or other kinds of federalized missions. But other than that, the National Guard generally in peacetime belongs to the governor of that state.
And then in 2010, I went to cover the Operation Vigilant Guard exercises going on in Chicago, Illinois, and they were conducting drills like meth lab takedown and terror drills where gun-wielding terrorists were taken hostage and had chemical weapons. But here's the kicker. They had Polish troops actually there supposedly observing the activities that were going on, but we in fact filmed the Polish troops participating in these exercises who helped take out the terrorists and then round up the hostages and run them through a decontamination unit.
Everybody on the ground! Get on the ground underneath! Everybody on the ground, on the ground! Put your hands on your face! On the ground, on the ground! On your face!
The day after we shot this footage, we interviewed Jose Santiago, who is the executive director of the Office of Emergency Management for Chicago. And he flat out lied and said that the Polish troops were only observing, they were not participating in any way. Today we were at an exercise, some Polish military were involved in the exercise. Is that going to be the same with this exercise?
Right now, with the Polish folks that were involved in this particular exercise, they were there as observers. They were visiting the country, and they are one of our sister cities that we go ahead and we train with all the time. So they came in and they were observing and watching how we handle our stuff, and then sharing information back and forth of what happens in Europe as opposed to what happens to America.
Okay. But are they going to be involved in this particular exercise today or no? Observing?
No, just observing.
Notice we asked him twice, and he clarified that no way were they participating in any of these events. So put all this together. We have the National Guard actively conducting gun confiscation exercises on American soil. We also have them actively doing it after natural disasters. But now, due to the pushback from organizations like INFOWARS and other alternative media outlets, they don't say gun confiscation exercises anymore. They're conducting wellness checks. They're just going to make sure you're okay.
Upon an evacuation notice, the subdivision of Overton, the residents chose not to leave. So we are doing a door-to-door wellness check.
Now, I have nothing against the troops out there participating in these exercises. They're following orders, right? But it's important to educate them on the fact that when they say they're conducting wellness checks, this is a euphemism and code for gun confiscation. Just remember that next time you're asked to either carry out these orders or you're being one of the victims of these illegal orders. Remember, you have to stand up at this time and stand up while they're conducting these drills before it happens in real time because you might not have a leg to stand on. This is Rob Dew reporting for INFOWARS.com and INFOWARS Nightly News. If you like reports like these, please consider becoming a member of PrisonPlanet.tv. It supports everything we do here, and your membership can be shared with up to 20 people at the same time. That's 20 InfoWarriors for the price of one, so please consider becoming a member today. Thank you.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. So why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We may not have been able to get fluoride out of the water supply yet, but we can help to get it out of our bodies. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive INFOWARS Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Let's take a stand against the globalists by blocking their poisons with Fluoride Shield. I use Fluoride Shield every day. Secure your Fluoride Shield and other pioneering formulations at InfoWarsLife.com today. Let's start cleansing our bodies now and support the info war at the same time. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
A major survey has revealed that American confidence in all 3 branches of government has reached record lows. The 2014 General Social Survey has mined the political climate for 40 years. Their studies now show that only 23% of Americans have a great deal of confidence in the Supreme Court, a meager 11% in the executive branch, and a pitifully dismal 5% in Congress. American confidence in the Supreme Court is reaching a record 40-year low. 2 in 10 have zero confidence in the Supreme Court. Just 3% of Republicans have confidence in the president, while Democrats have dropped from 25% in 2010 to 18% in 2014. And Congress, well, Congress is a sick joke to most Americans.
A very, very sad day when we have to make a Hobson's choice of either funding our national security or standing for the Constitution.
Confidence was almost non-existent, with 7% of Democrats, 5% of independents, and 3% of Republicans with a great deal of confidence.
First of all, any conversation I have with these senators or Senator Mendez or anyone else, I do my best to make them private. If that's how they're initiated, that's how they should stay. Senator Menendez has done a stalwart job as chair of the committee, and as far as I'm concerned, he's been an outstanding senator.
45 years ago, 25% of Americans expressed a great deal of confidence in the press. Now, 7% of Americans have confidence, while 44% have no confidence at all. And 1 American in 10 has confidence in television. A recent Gallup poll named government as the #1 problem in the United States, with the economy in general a close second, unemployment and jobs, immigration, healthcare, terrorism at 6. America's frustration with our backdoor dealing entitled and detached elected leaders is fast approaching the breaking point. John Bound for INFOWARS.com.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
Introducing Secret 12, the new InfoWars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. That's why for real results, so many are having to turn to painful B12 injections, which are known to have higher absorption rates. Now, InfoWarsLife.com is excited to announce that we can bring you our most bioactive, powerful form of B12 that has been developed with our exclusive perfected process. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
Hey, if you don't know who David Cross is, chances are you will recognize him from his movie and television career as a very funny comedian and actor. Most of us have seen him in TV sitcoms like Arrested Development or Mr. Show. He's made appearances on Modern Family, plus movies like Scary Movie 2. I mean, who can ever forget this scene?
By giving you...
Hey, wait, whoa! Hey, I don't need your help, okay, lady? I can do it myself.
So now you know who I'm talking about. Very funny guy. Most of us here at InfoWars appreciate his work and we like his comedy. And that's why we were all very disappointed to learn that he created a character for his new film, which he wrote and directed. It's called Hits. And you can actually rent the movie online at hitsfilm.com. And in the movie, the main character goes off on a racist rampage during a town hall meeting because he's been brainwashed by Alex Jones.
That is quite enough.
And it's because you are taking marching orders from Barack Obama, that socialist nigger in the White House. Yes, you are. You are being bullied by him.
So there you go. The character, in a sudden fit of anger, calls President Barack Obama a socialist N-word. Then he says that the federal government is run by the Jews. And next, he says that it's all true because he heard it on the Alex Jones show. This as he's being escorted out of the building by the police.
All the liberal Jew-run media and their enablers,
Dave,
they are authorizing the corporate elite in this country.
Dave, don't make...
I heard that on Alex Jones, so it's true.
Dave...
I heard it on Alex Jones, so I know it's true.
Remove
You're the fault, Miss Caserta. You will hear me.
Now, David Cross has obviously been out there promoting his film, and in every interview that I've been able to find on the internet, he says that his character, Dave, from the film, is easily influenced by Fox News and the Alex Jones show. Here's a review from seriousfilm.blogspot.com where it says, Hits is about an anti-government crank. Boy, they sure love that word anti-government, don't they? Who's played by Matt Walsh, who becomes a folk hero when his libertarian rants go viral, but who blows it when he lets loose with a racist tirade just as he's captured the spotlight. He goes on to say that his frustration leads him to open the door for the likes of Alex Jones and Sean Hannity to take over his brain. Also, in an interview with the Washington Post, David Cross says that the character is easily influenced. He watches Fox News and listens to Alex Jones. If you look on his desk, he has a book called The Rape of the Taxpayer, and the Turner Diaries. It's all that libertarian, right-wing, bordering on conspiracy theory stuff. That's what David Cross said in the interview with the Washington Post. That's right, and if you don't support President Barack Obama, that obviously makes you a racist, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Here's Alex Jones from the show yesterday as he called in from vacation to discuss this with David Knight.
It's so hurtful for me being a David Cross fan, watching him on Mr. Show and Portlandia and things over the years. And it is so painful, absolutely painful, to see him, the director and the writer of this film that we're going to be talking about when we come back. They did this because I'm addressing the fact that the so-called liberal establishment are a bunch of warmongering, NSA-loving, power-grabbing, insurance company criminals with Obamacare and the rest of it. That the Democratic leadership fascistically works with the Republican leadership to screw this country over by the very same bankers looting Greece and Portugal and Brazil and Nigeria and Ireland and everywhere else. And we're coming together globally with solidarity for real freedom and true liberalism like Thomas Jefferson promoted. The liberalism of teaching women how to use guns and protect themselves. The liberalism of letting you keep more of your money. The liberalism of having sovereignty and honoring and loving humanity. Not loving all this tyranny. You are a bunch of fashionable fops, a bunch of fake, trendy liberals who aren't liberals at all. You're a bunch of totalitarians promoting anti-speech laws and every other form of garbage. You want to run everybody's lives and bully everyone. You're having to resort to lying about people like me that are real liberals compared to propagandists like you.
Well, you can see there that obviously Alex Jones was a fan of David Cross as well. And it's a shame, you know, to see these guys, these liberals in Hollywood, to either distort the truth or have a totally disillusioned view of the liberty movement. I mean, just look at that clip we showed you of the town hall meeting from the movie, for example. Not very realistic, in my opinion, and I have never heard a libertarian use the N-word under any circumstances, much less in front of the city council. But, you know, it got me thinking of the times that I've seen Alex Jones in town hall meetings, and he never acted anything like the character in the film.
Now, I believe this council is made up of good people, and I think it's great that Jackie Goodman, Mayor Pro Tem, has brought this forward. Now, I'm sure you heard about 5 years ago about the FBI crime lab. The head of it, Dr. Frederick Whitehurst, who I've interviewed several times, said, I'm not doing this anymore. We've been framing people, manufacturing evidence. This is out of control. I've interviewed FBI agent Tyrone Powers, who talked about how they would frame people, the different criminal things that they would do. Tulia, Texas, 56 black people No criminal record, no drug paraphernalia, no nothing. On the word of one corrupt